Good morning all. Greetings from a wet and windy, charming little village of Darrite near Liskeard. It's very lovely, it's close to the moors, easy for Plymouth and Exeter, good schools, close to beaches. You should think about moving here, really, it's very nice. The reason I'm here is the reason for my video today. I'm having a little bit of a moan, which I don't generally tend to like to do, particularly on a Friday, about estate agents, and in particular, why are estate agents so bad at completion day? I'll hold my hands up. Having been an estate agent for 30 years previously, I was equally as bad at completion day. The reason that estate agents always post on social media, hey, great news, we've exchanged contracts on this property, rather than, hey, great news, we are completing today on this property, which is actually the exciting day. That's the day the clients are moving in, the money's being transferred, keys are being handed over. The reason they promote the fact that they've exchanged the property is because that's when their fee becomes payable. That's the day they send their invoice to the vendor solicitor. That's why they're celebrating. That's when they feel their job has essentially finished. Rather than completion day, which is the day the buyers are moving into the property. Surely that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So I'm here in Darrite this morning. It's 8:30 in the morning. It's taken me an hour and a quarter to get here. The reason I'm here is that my clients are moving in to this little cottage today, and the vendor wants to be away for 9 o'clock to drive up to Kent to move into his new property. Understandably, my clients are 4 or 5 hours away. They haven't left yet, so I need to pick up the keys to then meet them here later on today, which is absolutely fine. But why are the estate agents not dealing with this? The typical day on completion is, you drive to, you pack up your house, you drive to the estate agent's office, and that might be a town that you don't know very well, which is hours and hours away. Cornwall, a lot of our clients move here from elsewhere. You perhaps don't know the town itself particularly well. You've got to park, find the estate agent's office, go in there, hopefully the solicitor's rung and release authorise the release of funds, pick up the keys, back to the car park, back in the car or the removal van or whatever you're doing, to the property, and then start unloading, by which time it's late in the afternoon, and you've missed half the day of unloading. If you're lucky, when you go into the estate agent's office, you get the keys. If you're lucky, you'll perhaps get a welcome to your new home card. Great. If you're really lucky, but very unusually, some sort of little hamper, maybe they've got an association with that, the little hamper company. And some estate agents, to be fair, some estate agents are doing more and more. Now, but why aren't the estate agents not meeting clients at properties with keys? I've never really understood that. There's a big difference between schlepping off to a town you don't know, to an estate agent's office in the rain, pick up keys and saying, "Oh yes, Mrs. Jones, there you go. Which house was it? All right, there you are. There's the keys. Have a nice time." Than meeting the estate agent at the property. They've, as I'm doing today, reading the meters, turning the heating on, a new home card, a bottle of champagne, welcoming you to your new home, rather than literally flinging the keys across the office to you. Now, I'm an hour and a quarter away. The estate agent's office is, this particular estate agent actually doesn't have an office, but normally the estate agent's office is 10 minutes away. They know what time you're arriving, pop out, 10 minutes in the car here, turn the lights on, meet you with the keys, check round, make sure you're happy, make sure everything's okay. I mean, surely, in the day of customer service and trying to differentiate yourself between the competition, it wouldn't be a difficult thing to do. I think it's really the psychology of the estate agency that they feel that their job finishes on exchange of contracts. Now, this isn't all estate agents. Some are better than others, as with anything. But in the main, and myself included when I was an estate agent, right, exchange contracts, send your invoice to the vendor solicitor, what day they're moving in, okay, lovely, make a note in the diary that they'll be coming in for the keys. Possibly ring them the day before and say, what time are you coming in? That's as much as you get. Now, this particular estate agent, and I won't name names, since we first viewed the property, we have never, myself or the buyers, have never ever spoken to anybody in this estate agency. We booked the viewing online, we made the offer online, direct with the vendor, everything has been done direct with the vendor. The estate agent has never been involved. They've certainly not rung the vendor today and said what's happening with the keys, etc. The last completion I had with this particular estate agent, the vendor was still in the property at 7 o'clock in the evening. My clients had driven down 4 or 5 hours, dogs in the car, removal van was outside. I was there trying to negotiate some sort of amnesty. She was still packing up, and it was 7 o'clock in the evening before we got her out. Estate agents, nothing. No phone call. No, what are the arrangements on the day? No follow-up call. Did everything go in okay with your move yesterday? As I say, it's just surely simple customer service. Would be half an hour of an estate agent's day. How many completions are we talking about? They 1, 2 a week. If that, some estate agents would kill for 2 completions a week. I'm sure it wouldn't be a massive, time out of the day and the difference it would make to the buyers, and those buyers are then sellers. Of course they are. Later on, at some point, a year, 5, 10 years down the line, they're going to remember the experience they had, and they're going to go back to that estate agent. The amount of times as an estate agent I've gone around to see people to value their property and said, "Who did you buy the property from?" They can't remember. They have no clue which estate agent it was. Maybe doing something like this might make you a little bit more memorable as an estate agent, and therefore hopefully guarantee you that repeat business later on. Just a thought. So anyway, I'm off to get the keys and wait for the clients to wish them a happy home purchase day.